Mr. Moderator, I think, sir, anyone the life, it's better to take over.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you today on our live debate show. On the production team, we have Mr. Sam Esuman, the producer, Mr. Brobe, the moderator, Osnoba, the timekeeper, and of course, me, Samuel Boatin, the youth organizer. But today I'll be moderating on behalf of Mr. Brobe. We have on the panelists, we have Lady Ohima representing Team Ken, Mr. Robert Ajimandia representing Team Alan, Sir Krufi representing Team Baumia, and Chief Collins also representing Team Ken. The last not the least, we have Mr. Ejin Kansan, who is also be representing Team Ken. As we start the show today, on first run, we have 5 minutes for each person when the question is being thrown at you. And Mr. Osnoba is our timekeeper who will be monitoring the time. And please, whenever he says time is up, please, you have to stop whatever you are saying so that we will keep decorum on this platform. Thank you very much. Today's debate team will be, Mr. Producer, please could you put it on the screen so that they can see it? But I'll be reading it. Is your candidate policy truly the superior choice for Ghana compared to the policies put forth by their opponents? Is your candidate policy truly the superior choice for Ghana? And the key word is Ghana, compared to the policies put forth by their opponents. Question. And we have Team Ken. Internet Team Ken for no start. Now, then the next will be Team Alan. Then Team Baumia will also follow. So, Mr. Timekeeper, please, what time now you're ready?
My time now ready. It will start here. Maybe how many minutes? And I did my woman.
5 minutes each from now. The first round, 5 minutes.
Okay.
We will let Team Ken start. Team Ken, the question was thrown at you. See, I'm here two, and I'm say. I think we will let the lady go first because it's always ladies first.
Okay, Ohima, your time starts now.
Lady Ohima,
please let Collins go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will let Team Chief Collins begin. Mr. DK Fire Abuerem, he's also representing Team Baumia. Okay. So, Team Ken, Chief Collins, your time starts now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Good evening, So, let me go straight to the point because introduction in our time now. So, my candidate Ken, some of the message I will put out there. He has talked about tourism. He's talked about industrialization. He's talked about pragmatic ways of building the economy. Now, when you take tourism, for example, there were a lot of branches, and the branches cut across through creative act, through business aspect of it, and a whole lot of things. I think that last weekend, most of the media houses were discussing Ken and why he said, a friend said he will use music to change the mindset of Ghanaians. You need to change the mindset of Ghanaians as a president because Ghana for Nankasa attitude now change. So Obesha, the constitution captures almost everything every country should have. So we share UK constitution, we share America constitution. Now they compare Ghana 1992 constitution. Now they are almost the same, but I say the Emrane or Ghana no does not work the way it works in Europe or the Western countries, no. And all this thing comes back to your attitude as a people. So time and time, Ken Kasa, I'll say Ghanaians are naturally born bad. And if you are a leader leading a born bad people, you have to work on their mindset or their attitude so that they understand the journey and the path on which we are going as a country. I think Ghana is blessed with a lot of resources and all the narratives now. Other countries will build industries, will create jobs, will do this and that. No? It all comes back to your attitude. If when to me as a sunny panel attitude towards a Jumana or or the man or no, that's a who create a Jumana, it will still be the same. Your friend is saying it's going to be the same mess. You supervise it over the years, no, because so even free education and another they buy. There were issues where matrons were stealing food. Then some people, Ghanaians, come together, find ways and means to steal this, your friend is saying, in Drianeno, and go out there to sell. And in corruption, the giver and the taker are all guilty. And to say, oh, the partner also talk, your friend is saying, your man, if say attitude and I say your mindset is proper, no one would even buy those stolen goods. But Ghana, will be up a connection. I just say anticipate my port or say, Pastor bit me up my car because port on cars go into no yenko tamu bika emerald nafa. And these things has to change. If we don't work on our attitude or our mindset or the way we think and do things, no president or no leader can put the country on the right path. So Ken has spoken about everything that Ghanaians want to hear when it comes to industrialization, creating jobs for the youth, business, and all those kind of things. But one thing that he's prioritizing is changing our attitudes as a people towards work, towards our way of life, towards everything. Senia, they will take a smooth ride. I would want to start I'll open our conversation with this. So, Sister Ohima, you can take over whilst I prepare for the next phase of it. Why?
So I count with 2 minutes. And just say what the Bama or Ohima dia or Ohima.
Yes.
Ohima yanko.
Pacho, say, your brother canning na kakra me de beka ho so ne say policies are yes so your flag bearer and as incoming president want to put and as the person di go akwam we bin so ne say sorry e bit ne say obia ba near all can say one district, one factory and all that, but ono so de near ono so de aba all can na ne say senior nipa ye wo honoma ebia entertainment senior your brother kan ye no obe create it say recreational centers eno no because on my ni mo no ohun say on my ni mo no even though ye beye adwuma ye beye say by was say nya neoma eno so be recreational centers and I say bia tourism betimi ama afoforo etimi ekon ado poso mo be free emia aba on my ni mo na se omo bo man ni muso so a omo behu se neoma ekoso eno ti bibi te se ye hwe ye chi a Kakum National Park ene neoma there are so many places as see a ye behu se renovation a problem emayen in I think one of his statements we are now issue a metie on Joy FM he mentioned that so bad these recreational centers needs to be updated and also renovated sene beya ebema afoforo konwa dopo so mo beba no maba beboa Ghana afi so no sene aya ebi mu ba bebie businesses e wo Ghana ye niema anasa wankasa krawuti krom ha ye Ghana krawo bie wadwuma abon se na ye gu adwuma ejuma no na afi nkrofo so nya ejuma anye. He will see to it say saa nneoma ni nyina no de nneema beba begu akwan mu ama nipa kon adose omo betena omo man mu na enkola po entutu kwan enko amanaman foforo so senia ye behu obi be free Ghana se ejuma nti makopie wo Libya makopie wo Qatar makopie wa ha ose ekrom ho ebeye ade a ebeye eniso na wankasa wo ye ejuma ebeye wo depo sa wo ye Ghana ni na obeye ejuma ama Ghana ni afese so ose te se akwadro se ne bi ho no manu eye bibia I think ohiti wo ho pa because ni oka ye ne say ono watena abrochire se bronika cho say 6 p.m. a 6 p.m. but ni ohun ni se Ghana ye ko enyume mu a ye de enyuma edi agro internet enyuma ne ye tete so break time obi tumi pie na okọ na ono akoye ono ani business any ade so no clocking in and clocking out se obi hu se u ko adwuma mu a wo the seriousness any bibia any be remu enti we mu ye nioma a metie na obobo so a me hu ne se yenye wa kwantum ho ye nioma ye di tumpon na ye ade so a eye convincing enti no enu nyina kasa policies ne ho a odi begugu akwan mu ama eno bade na eye mede wo mu bebre na all kan na ma bani gi ye ne so say se ne be ya youth kra na so bia kombedo se obetena Ghana because enese ye bu ye konhwe ye chi a bebi enuanum bi enenam especially time ankole kopie wo Lebanon ne ade he was saying se senka ye wo schools universities ene your papa e wa ha but some medical schools in your mobi person ko medical school ade so ni mobi ansana and so kotua bribes and all that so he will see to it say san your money ni na no stop it esubecha na ye kon ado ye krom ho na afei wankasa wo Ghana wonim se mesoso me ye me man eyie enti wo kompo endopo se obeko obi krom enti these are some of the policies I think I heard him and then miss me who say ebeboa ye man no dan se ye beka se ye cha bonten obi edwane se opeso otu kwan ene saa nneoma no enti no pato ahana ma no ebesi. Thank you.
Yeah.
I come with 3 minutes. It is
Oh, okay.
Tim Ken for you are and as Mr. Moderator and take over.
Yeah, to other I think that and no na obi gasa there's some feedback. Yeah.
Chief Collins, Manako.
Okay. So honorable and Sema Wakiken Nano, you can feel the ripple effect in the Ghanaian environment and societies. No, but Ushia Ubia, you can feel that the panel say, hey, candidates Nina, and I say honorable Ken and the message, no, I say a Thomasum, I think say Papa no, your man opportunity, he can make a difference. And you know, say Ubisa say amongst aspirants Nina, why na yesha the message, no. A superior Ghana for atol makuma so and I say atol masuma a honorable Kennedy a compare with Japan and the person or the most selling message at the moment. And I think that with time no I'll also come back to elaborate on his patriotism, his honesty and discipline, even though my sister elaborated on some of the points in those aspects, no, but we will take it one after the other because I may find one my time no. And so we'll take it on the next round. And you know, if we have more time, you can save it for us. Your next round, you add it up. Thank you.
1 minute. You know, I wrap it up now. Yeah, the next team number.
I wrap it. It's next round. 1 minute.
Yeah, the mass.
Move on 1 minute. Jane can say.
Oh, yeah. He can.
A large, and the large can do.
Okay. So that is
because I account just 50 seconds. It's no any kasani uncle. Yeah, you just Mr. Moderator. Mr. Moderator.
Okay, thank you, Tim Ken. Thank you very much, Tim Ken. We will move on to Tim Alan. To Tim Alan, me pacho. Acquired home. I think Mr. Timekeeper gave Tim Ken more than 5 minutes, which is I think 10 or something minutes. You know, Tim Ken, you also have 10 minutes to go. Team Alan, over 10 minutes to go. I want everything to be fair here and transparent. In 2 or 10 minutes to do your submission. My patrol producer, please put the question back on the screen now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Madam Munyina must say. All right. Every leader be they have a vision. And before you be able to draw a discrepancy or variance between opinions, what you need to do is that you must be able to draw your scale of preference very well. And what do I mean by your scale of preference? Your scale of preference is you itemize your stuff in order of priorities. So for me, looking at all the alternatives given, if somebody tells me that he's giving me digitalization, somebody tells me that he's giving me tourism, giving me stuffs that are not much more priority to the nation, I think we should weigh that option. To me, the reason why I am campaigning seriously for Alan is for the fact that he's been able to deduce what the masses are talking about. So the first thing is, if you deduce what people are really agitating for, that is based on that, you will be able to create room, or you'll be able to make adjustments. Now people are crying there's no money in the system. And how will money come into people's pocket? You cannot tell me that you are bringing digitalization to put money into people's pockets, which I think it's not an idea that will sink to an ordinary Ghanaian who is suffering from starvation. So Alan is saying that, oh, okay, let us try to create something that will put money in people's pockets. We're going to create industries. We're going to make good use of the raw materials that we have. This is very laudable idea that it will sink into the ordinary Ghanaian who is really trying to have something to put in their stomach. So the first thing is that you need to prioritize your needs. People need cash. People are complaining there's no money in the system. So what are you going to do for them? The first thing you need to do is that you need to create an avenue that will generate people income. And what can you do for them? The first thing you can do is that you sensitize, or you create, you expand your industrial base area. That sector must be fully utilized. That means that it will absorb much of the people. People will get job to do. And anytime jobs are being created, or anytime you give people the ability to stand on, you are creating job for them. You are putting certain things in place. So for me, I buy the idea in that manner. That is the reason why I'm campaigning for him. Secondly, however, I am focusing on our party members, how they are agitating. He's been able to deduce that this is what our party, the internal party people are suffering from, which is very, very prudent. If you can never meet your house need, you can meet outsiders' needs. So for me, it's another area that Alan chose, and I am really happy that he really thought of the party itself, and also he first and foremost thought of the people. So this idea, the blending of these two, tells me that this man is ready for the job. In spite of all his credentials, his resume, I wouldn't boast of that, because when you give people opportunity, they are able to express, they are able to foretell, they are able to manifest exactly their potentials in them. Look, what can you do to help people? Every human being, if you really want to upgrade their life, what you need to create is value. And what is value? Value is the usefulness of a person. So the first thing you need to do is that you create value in the person. And the value comprises of two things. That is, you are giving them what we call the virtue. And I will explain that. Listen, I heard my brother talking about attitude. Attitude is about virtue. You see, that every human being needs an attitudinal change. And what you can do to give them is that you try to improve upon their virtue. Secondly, however, is their transactable skills. You see, anytime you want people to be very effective, the value you need to give them is that you give them skills that will boost them. So for me, this is the area Alan want to tackle. You see, you can never employ people who are not skillful. They will end up let your company go insolvency, or they will end up make the country go insolvency. So these are the things that gives me the hope that Alan will be able to do it. Look at the things he did. One district, one factory, all these things. These initiatives came through. It is his initiative. But where boastful, they give it to, they attribute it to other people simply because he's the spokesperson of all that. But we should give reverence to who reverence is due. He has done it before. Under the Kofo's administration, he proved a point beyond our normal imagination. And even the last budget that was read, you can just infer from the reading of the finance minister. He made it emphatically clear that there are some of the initiatives, and we need to applaud. We need to give that applause to Alan. He made mention of that fact, and these are some of the things that these are some of the relevant things that we need to look at a party. Secondly, or thirdly, however, listen, anybody who wants to be a marketable person, you need to present what you have that are sellable. You cannot take something that you cannot sell and later on you regret it. Listen, when we're talking about people who have really people who can actually sensitize people, who can actually bring people, who can actually harmonize people, who can actually stand in terms of enduring all hostilities, Alan is number one. And he has done it before. He has contested for more than necessary occasions. He hasn't given up. This shows you how resilient. This shows you how this man is able to stand in terms of anything. Whatever agitating that was going on, this man has been able to stand. What else will a party need? A party needs consistency. He hasn't given up his nothing. Even in spite of the frustration, this man has been able to stand. In spite of the hula values, everything that was going on, he still came back and said, listen, I want the party forward. This is a guy who will be able to blend all factors. So I believe that at this point in time, if we really want to give a nod to somebody to lead our party, we should think about somebody who really can meet the needs of Ghanaian at this current moment. At this current moment, what the people are agitating for is that a comedy. So comedy will be a man. Oh money, mama. So a comedy will be a on command and say on Kotna Kakum National Park. It is irrelevant. So you see, there are certain things when you tell people who can actually reason beyond the box, they will tell you at this point in time, what I need is that I need something that will satisfy me at this current moment. And this is what Alan has been able to deduce. Listen, everybody's opinion, everybody's discretion counts a lot. They are very relevant, but we should prioritize them. We should put them, we should scale them. You see, when you put things in order of, you itemize them and you choose the best out of it, this is where you can be able to satisfy with the little resources that you have. Listen, the first and foremost, the reason why Alan also tackled industrialization is that, listen, basically all our staffs that let me say that as a country, our natural endowment are the things that you also need to look at. Look, we have a lot of things that we are producing, a lot of things that we cultivate, and at this point in time, we need factories that will facilitate them. So at the end of the day, our raw materials will not be useless.
Robert,
thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Moderator, I will take over.
Thank you very much, Team Alan. Well, you pointing it very clearly, and I think say yeah, well, see, and we move on to Team Baumia. Team Baumia, it's your time. Pacho, question, yes, sir. The question states: is your candidate policy truly the superior choice for Ghana? Pacho, keyword now was in Ghana and NPP for Ghana, compared to the policies put forth by their opponents, which is Dr. Preku, Alan, whatever, or more 10. More time, I started from now. Timekeeper, Please let it go.
Minya mamini kanko. Me pacho bia wo the time and I see me na time ya ba ko.
More
10 minutes into Mumiano, no betting me.
5 DK mami starting wa bemu. Me nuanom michia etiefo nyina de kan. Ate say minia align kasa no o kan bibi say align obi a industries no one district one factory or buy one na or the buy anabi atisa enye no kre ho no me manahu enye no kre manifesto committee no baumia na da no baumia nimdie ena omode saa ayine buy enti align over 60 years our be minister of trade align but we dia branches are even when me anye made in Ghana starch akra farmer bruchiri enti owunua ehone de ehone nkwana align ontimi medi president enenye because 16 years no wentimi afanya hwe ewo sector honomo ana uko minia kan mo so a sa debate we na ye no normally no baumia onfa the manifesto for Ghana nyina MI onfa MI on the policies for MPP ena odiaba and policy for MPP no and the magina so the link it to the wayama Ghana for no so a warning manifesto ni mu and to have minia can for no so kasa can for no yana oh ye babe dia or the tourist and a baby teacher or minor and a yadi ananado a gusua warrior or nibaumia. We have baby said you are coming Kruma Museum, said you are your friend is saying at Tamas, dear white baby warrior numinano, should say nanado any baumia or mu bojuma. And your honey dear, and yet Jobeka say or they tourist in a baby a Ghana no and a say Obama Ghana mino akoso because music sector no said your can music sector no and music no the almost yesika yesika and it's one for investment and go a quemua nipano a bet me about money ababeya juma and yesika kwakoto nyono etie anasa activities here koso o makoko hebia eno de emwa emma ensosidi now baumia ose oba baumia say yetuma na party ni muno every constituency or the sika beto obi abotom na sika no odi beto obi abotom every constituency obefa nipa 10 10 which is 202,750 almost 3,000 people or the Umbaba Jubilee House no ma be book on my Ghana on kwesa on kwa na ebu Ghana or the Ghana for every party nimu and the baby bu on my Ghana into your constitution kra or see any regional balance said you befa obia ho enti hono no baumia e the MPP ene Ghana e minor ewremu ewo constitution nimu ebeboa ama obia ba wabenya sika atuni bottom na constituency bia se decision bi ba obia so ayede akoso also atrena dwen na watimi asene ama ne constituency na ehono no obia de na dwen aba na mo nyina bu oman no wo hwe bibiti se infrastructure sa ye ka ni wenum na Baumiani na nado bai omuna abede airport bebre awa Ghana president bia meye bida enti Baumia say oba airport aka ni nyina no oye dey odibe to aso na wasisi ni nyina said ya beya obi say we free China anase baby ba obetimi anya baby akotena na sundwe na sumba jono because owie kumasi de ya umube development ebebe kumasi and discover to amanfo botom ba umia se uhwe rose wa oni nanado aya eno ntino oba obesem kenyama obi biara district piano etimi enya ne choice ewo rosa omo ede banimo eti the policies ya eye baumia ekutano eye policies ya woye dada the team akan ene we mbekanya eye policies ya baumia eye ni dada enti omo sesi ade no mo babeye. There's nothing. Policies in Ninano, Baumia, and in another, or more yani dada. And did not say, Momian Transuna, Yem Breaky 8, Emma MPP. Because we have the BT said digital system. Yeah, can we say, oh, not digital. Hey, digital system, without digital system, no, or my Ghana, yet fair to my pen flat da. The Biani Akachi, the Biani Akachi. If it's about Europe, Oko American munya digital system and the yajuma. Digital system na yajuma. And Tibaumia de will who every tete and was say Ghana Sabibia Beko year as a digital system no Yeshamu Kenya na because Obama by Obakatia say young building your institutions no. Now building institutions now and then how the building. And you digital system way and how would the building. Because of port says yeah port yes port ayadi obia jinisika eguni bottom na to fi say peopleless any hono mo a ebe de na bani so saka nisika abani so kan inside kanisika enye peopleless ya anka Ibrahim Mahama time okra niama wantia no anki ntimi nya ne hwe oh because wa clear okọ asini nyina mu no Baumia etmi ama sa loopholes ni nani ye tietia enti wonuma bebrea ose ode beba na Ghana ya toaso mini obetimi atoaso.
Okay, opani Kofi nyame insha pa wonu hwam meda abadwafo nyina ase host meda ase pa timekeepers meda ase me nunia abranti ya owo ayi align ayi kan hoyi emzera be wo yuka se me chia pa na sister ayi e wo so ho lady edi ohema so wo so me chia pa damase se ya pa hia bio damase pa se ya se hia. Okay, asoma ye kan nyina no won se no me kan asem bi wo ha se me link the policies Baumia de campaign about MPP mu say me de call for general election one me nyefe adentia because internal politics na yeye enunti the internal no metima ka bibi amana extend throughout the country just me bolo from inside election na yeye no na media kohose okay we anyway ntino ya de kohono entimaka ne sawie no se yehwa alaji entoabo a wo bo nyina se de opani Kofi kan ye no se wo se wode ahini no aye dubri house no wode besi wo waboboa no ne se bia obi bedwene se me ne se question ye beba sabi o wa ban mu no ede na esi ne kwan wa yenkan hu se woye boafo onyo no ne to abama no we need take it bia so and into boafo de who propose but whether the person like ya and obefa on pa on fa et say yes we economic team leader okay we leader and we chair uche bibia eno nche se woto classy wona wo kan ya na obi afa da bi emum o suggest de ma omo se ade we ni dia we ade we na mesusu se mo de ya ebeboa mo so omo kọ na omo amfa untimi nyo omo hwe because untimi mfa ya omo enye wona ye to abama o na nado na appoint ye ti untimi nya hwe me de no awie no se ye hwe a obi o se 1D1F me pese me pusa asemba ku bi wa ha o tamwana ye mfa 1D1F emma of our line no me de bia me se me wo fa no of our line no me pacho wana na handle sa department no
Amason. Motamason.
oh say see
For 10 minutes now, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much, Team
Me
Baumia.
patch next time I know what you mama yen. And funny you know musa. So me kasa 5 minutes na me time so a.
Kasache. The di kakasa no kasache. Eti eno de ye fault. Yes, remwa.
But I separate time no for individual. I think say no.
Ben said
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think says Sisiano Munina Makasa about more policies, well, say or candidate in a policy is superior over the other candidates, So this is time for the rebuttal. Rebuttal nini. Inteno Yabema Timbaumia Astati. Me pamucho rebuttal no. Each of you have 3 minutes. Into 6 minutes. Based on the Sekufikan, this is how it's going to be. More was 6 minutes, but 3 minutes each. Ain't timekeeper. Sana Sekufi Perono or Kasa 3 minutes. I ultimately so. Now there another 3 minutes, Ama ne we follow one, and I say ne partner, no. And then it goes both ways to all the other candidates, So your time starts now. This is the rebuttal. Say Bibi Woho and a Team Alan and a Team Ken Eka and a Moni Anji one as a more Felice Abia and Yan the Quine Soa. This is the time for you to say Team Kojo, Mausa Team Ken, Mr. You have to on your camera and your audio. Na yen huni pakra yanene kasawa hasi ya paucho. Mr. Kojo. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kojo. Sisia, Team Ken, right?
Yeah, me Ken.
Thank you very much. Sisia, me jidi say what the course ni na because now camera no off into here ho. Ti enim say na wuti dia.
Oh, me tape.
Okay, thank you. Sisia, you call rebuttal no. Sisia no, I think I've already laid the rules and regulations here. You best starting with Team Baumia. Your time starts now. Timekeeper.
Yep. Time now ready. More 6
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, minia Ken for Casano. Almost Ken a bar or Baba bird a friend say or the Inuma Ebeba Ghana. But Ghana na ya wono president untiminka say udi Inuma beba said one na baby Inuma or the baby Inuma but ontimi may Ghana man say ni onwani property because conflict of interest kra ebeba ni nyuma mu so ka say ebia ni nyuma kuta ne kra no so wantimi ahanda conflict of interest ebebem eme ya ka say ebia corruption na bibiti sa attack no and so nya ya osi mi di nyuma ebeba ye pese ye hu say eye political talks anasa say because enyuma de a private sector uba brutrem na private sector enediba hwe kwame nkuma by companies ya oba builder ni nyina no then roads abatonton ni nyina because government companies no onkona nipa no ada and I came back make adwumam esa oba adwuma 6 o'clock wa ma me yiwadi anya onu na ebe nanti akukọ nyuma no makoyi omodi anasa say a policy baina kan edeba esa oma yehu say ebia so ebo 6 o'clock na so wantimi anu adwuma a me policy ti say me di say ni say na beto because Baumia de or the digital system no ato ebi na kwesi o ECG no okoi no every year omutimi ya dey the only 4 billion and eba as a returns as profit and so odi digital call 120 billion for every year we're increasing and the policy and you know so me boss 6 o'clock me the one kwadwuma me ba be you adi ni we no and no dey enya policy and ya besra omo nkyere mu and afi was say Ghana's born bad all this and kasa bi on na oka obetimi aka sembi ama Ghana for adienya and no basa obetimi apata
Come 3 minutes and so bejai ama wunua no ato aso ana se wa beto aso
okay minya no beto aso
okay
Okay. Pacho, na me bra no ekasa no ewo honorable king ho no. Now o kan asem bi say music because I no interview bi kra wo say or the secular music no gospel no ebe me go together na why concert R&B ebe ma I entertain no they change the mindset of Ghanaians. Me one nyamado me yanyum enti about music no minim nani so akra ekwa be na abefa so a wodi music be sese nipa adwene because in music ebra ama obi ani ho from abati hu se ebo ba na ewu mu no e na wo fa eno nti nipa no koto nwuna na se concert na wo be ye no eno ene nipa no ba be geda ho na o matie nwunu na asese o adwen ana asese pacho mebusa honorable ken ebusianfo ena of Alan enso so me nua pani kan say 1D1F aha oba be chese or the be bad because we di kan ye bi person busa say from 2004 back of amamuo mu no na of Alan na o ka amamuo no ho a dear implementation and what the year about 1D1F senan sa implementation sa ideology no ne dia day and went to man shall see free war openiko 4 time factory say na obeye as minister no or the ma Ghana eboa Ghana mpacho setam na so dia sa question mi na person busa minua no
Time na so
I can't 1 minute.
Okay. Any sa dia any na me say busa say se kase ye besesa obi mindset ya wuni pana na asesa na say through digitalization implementation because ye hwe you ka say ya omu hu say omu ntimi sesa ni pa adwen just omu de measures gu kwam inti measures bay na honorable di gu kwam ama Ghana fo a ebetima sesa omu adwen but mo akakra mpese me sa de boa honorable ne say so person sesa Ghana fo adwen dia any curriculum no sesa no yes sesa pa adwen from infancy enu ntina say oba nyem akwada ebra kasa be kasa gu akura no so wo yafumu no epeke akura no etan say wo akura to ho a ne brain no bia ni so say computer the more obe install be bia gusu no na ye nti okay
Mr. Peter, over.
Thank you very much, Tim Baumia. I think say Team Ken and Team Alan matete questions ba kumenu bia ya toto ade amanemo. I'm gidi say mo ready mo answer. Producer me pacho, I don't know if it is me but railway no audio no noise view.
Team Alan.
Hello.
Bibia, you okay for me? I think Obi are on anyway. Pat, Ken, and we don't know. There's a new entry inside. Obehua, there's a new entry.
Pat Anna, Pat Misiak.
Yes, please. Or represented team.
Pat Misiak, me patrol represented team bay.
Represented Ken.
Okay. Patrol on your camera.
Patrol, you give me some few minutes.
Okay, producer, Sisia, you nipa ni team are representing. But moving forward, and I think say Team Baumia for extra questions to Team Alan and Team Way Ken. Until me pamucho yabema Team Alan answer and I saw no so worry but I be one so no so betimi de atoto so ama omo. Pacho over 6 minutes. Since you are non quarantine over 6 minutes. Okay. And the time no I started from now. Time keeper me pacho wait me am start.
My record. Which one started?
Me that's it. On the first place, me call Minia Baumia ho or can say me say updating Alan in every management you will give you a friend on long term, short term, and medium term planning. If I have not been able to execute something at the short run, does not mean that I don't have a long term plan for it. So it might be that if all the things that I'm doing are going effectively and efficiently, why must I need to bring certain things that maybe will interrupt what I'm doing? At that point in time, everything was moving smoothly, and there was no any complaining or anything. So you could make me a long-term planning. It could have been a long-term planning to him, and at that point in time, no, that was not the right time to bring it. And that is the answer to you. Mesa call on the same person. He made mention, say, you know, digitalization is very important. Let me quote it with asterisks. Digitalization is very important, but the main issue with digitalization is that your ability to effectively and efficiently manage it. That is my problem. Listen, we haven't gotten. Listen, Ghana. Let me be very honest with you. Everything that you need to do as a country, first and foremost, you must be able to know your strength. Listen, now you see digitalization and it is on move, but I can tell you, so me fear address you can't even go there because there are certain things that must be put in place. So for me at this point in time, say you boast of digitalization, it's not working. How about only digitalization? It's not working. So see that one, if you boast about it and it's if you tell me the system is working, I can tell you it's working. There are still loopholes. So why are you telling me, say you have made everything and who claim me a whole lot of it for it? Say you will brought digitalization and I know it's very important, but the most important thing is your ability to manage it, the ability to bring it to effectiveness. And then we say you've not done anything. Say a country that is well digitalized. You can't tell me Ghana is digitalized. Ubeko a whole way say say the system is shut down. A passport office to go and take something. What are you trying to tell me? You have not been able to ensure all these things. You are telling me, giving me addresses. Listen, please. There are certain important things we must deal with. Say you are dealing with it, and you may be one more to be mechanic. Say there is a digitalization here. Your ability to do it. If I want to tell you, say digitalization and boast you of that. A whole airport, Ghana airport, light of Timiba. Near Timiakacho say, oh, we cannot scan this. Is this digitalization you're talking about? Please. Listen, I don't dispute the fact that digitalization is very important too, but your ability to do it. Let's go home and research very well. Maminsa Embra Mr. Krufi Eho. Mr. Krufi Kasembi say one district. Well, listen, under which ministry and your finance adium? Me sometimes when I stand here, be too extra, no much baby me too no. So me can't say me say Ministry of Finance. That mean Conco take credit of what Ministry of Finance is doing. We must give reference to who reference is due. Even so, be the proposal buyer under the mission, one of the spearheaded. This is the point. So what do I do? Mamina say I spearheaded it. Who implemented it? Under which ministry? Under which ministry is that flourishing? This is what we need to boast of. Yes, I will never catch them and say, wait, no, listen, there are a lot of things I say, oh, bet me, why about me, no, I could defend it. Listen, so we call lawyer Nejuman say, Yakasa no Bekasa. Etinu, dear, young wherever we are, give you one more end to me via my power. What will bring us to power? And I say, well, dear, bet me, I'm dear about power. And he say, a man for agitate, he say, a common dear dear solution, any a woman. Say obisa komo de na dia ba de na esa wo yeminia me say paper e shaban ngumam entimi mfa duane ma obi ni enti Mr. Kufie sa ade ne dia it will not sell to Ghana and at the end of the day say what na so who see the be o claim say na akufo ado aban ni ade nyina ye nyina wo na wo ye edi watena so na wantimi na se wontimi nya we say nyina afre ya yama nsuo ya nsuo atawie no afre na wo ba be so nsuo kana fo mu nya nkwasiafo sorry to use that word to say obi ani ever eti dia ye nyina ne say ye dia ye kokoto o manyimu a be so o makoma ebe mo makoma no a prim no ebe ba ase. That's what we need now. It is strategy be adi kobiano. It should be a idea be sensitize you. Idea e betimi motivate you. Idea e betimi akanya wom. Say go only about digitalization now. We have failed them. As a party, we're your internal party, and I'm speaking boldly without looking at my back because I'm not scared of what I'm saying. It is a reality on the ground. Our people are complaining. The masses are complaining. So at the end of the day,
let me say, wow, Dabu, who be say, Utumira no watchresie, Utam.
Yeah, me that's in Yamisha.
Mr. Moderator, but you take over.
Thank you very much, team Alan. I think that Team Alan, Neniabre, papa. Team Alan,
Mr. Moderator, and say, Upacho, question na yebusa no. When yano, but wabetren simba when yano. Because yebusa say, 1D, 1F no. Of finance one at the buy, I said you no claim no. And ye added 2004, a bano minister. Yeah, but when yano.
16 years.
Hold on. Me pacho re pattern won. It doesn't necessarily mean you say also you question no. Lady and say was on so card dear on so betimi aye. And that's on so true question mouth. Say what you say. Inti no obetimi yi bia no ama. And obetimi decide say nyeni nyina no be yi ano. Say what you say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That means me question me
Mr. Kofi, me pacho, o time on etwem sisi a moderator na was misreo. Producer me pacho, Mr. Keja so borum was say enye adwuma nti bomode na money in this adwuma no. And then again we are sisi a be call team Ken so. Team Ken me pamucho Team Alan nya 6 minutes, Team Baumiasu nya 6 minutes. I say Team Ken no modo so kakra and then me say and then I am playing fair here. Me to me, mamu munyina 3 minutes, sir. No. But most of them was 6 minutes. Into the me pamucho, moi munche mamu. Na mon start.
Please, I'll talk for just 1 minute and then I will just answer their question because I think he asked a question about the recreational centers that I mentioned.
Your time start now.
Okay, thank you. Pacho Kasano bisa me question be about me say obeba beye recreational centers. That's what I mentioned. I never said say oba BCC and dine. No, I said recreational centers in the term that yensha to say paragliding ya e walkway. Look at the tourist attraction. Look at the people that come from afar places to just come to Kwewu to experience that. And then I also mentioned that he wanted to also create the sports centers because Abroche Hayemus and Kolebi Homu Geta, Omu to me Bobo Nenioma, Bagana. I did so will CKB and Sana what media Kola Akosadian. Intisadian will be at our disposal. Sanya Beya and Kolakra can also grow. No me who say Adia way Neyeme talent and I'm a gift. So I feel so sign beside me question be say. Or babe creating in Jumana make us be creating Jumano. Or be quite Jum one or no quatsnaho, as a Mombra 6 ember loggy in Nayan loggy out 6 ana. Dada, Patra Brotri. I think say we have rules, we have also regulations in this country that we are, Ewo Europe passage. And yet Europe Prime Minister and sorry Kobe Kokachene say Kwejuma 3 and Nase 2. And I will drive a car now do zebra crossing now who sakola and na brewa and na obit na. And yet a Prime Minister and a baby catcher say Makola cro on chim. One kasano. Well, mindset is already changed because you know the rules, you know the regulations in the country. So you need to abide by it. And as a one cut through that, so if there are policies and there are rules, definitely your mindset will also be adjusted and as will be changed. In Timpacho, me will be some questions now. Thank you.
Thank you, Maji Baton. It's Kojo, may wrap up quick now. Also, what also from there. First of all, my member friendly fire to Team Alan. More candidates, the message to Ghanaians is the GTP, Great Transformational Reference and Plan. And so whenever you have the opportunity, I throw more light onto that because okay, industrialization is big. Everyone is talking about that. So please, when your opportunity, if you might just throw more light on the GTP for us. Secondly, Team Baumia, Mokradi and Kamun deserve a response from me because Mr. Kofi Amayati here said Baumia doesn't have a national policy or as a campaign, or say Baumia hasn't come out with any national policy yet. So I'll skip their policies and I'll go back to my brother DC Fire. And also something about the songs and that's why a musician. Let me tell you, Ken is talking about heroic songs. So what shot it's a name and you to say this is the day 5 million Ghanaians ruled Gold Coast. Queen Elizabeth and Queen Philip will be here that special day. We drink and dance the whole day and put on Kente front. So what shall I now? It's a heroic song. It tells you a history that happened in the 60s. Your friend said Queen Elizabeth, ever since Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Kushian and Niadia. And songs like that determines the mood of the country. And you'll be about together. I'm sure you've heard of that song. What's anti Obo road safety? Nenyoma or two how amount for driver crowd, they are very careful because of the kind of things he's talking about in that song. You want Nyumbi to say your national anthem. It talks about how we should uphold our what we call it, the patriotism and everything is in there. We have songs like Susubibi, Ewo Ghana, Nagana Bi Ya, Enyi Ya, If You Mean Warau. These songs are heroic songs. We have songs like Yenara Assassin. You and I know the what that songs entails. And say you can't heroic songs are. We bizarre say some of the measures they put in place. Some of the measures and then say it is a pragmatic approach when you change the people's attitude through heroic songs. So I've responded to my brother. Kojo, you can take the baton.
I normally be cry a friend is saying Nyantiti part by Obrafo. That song was sponsored by Alhaji Aliyu Muhammad, time and or vice president. Or the friend is saying indisciplined campaign, if you guys can remember. Normally be about camp no. Oma Canada so many policy BBR. Okay, candidates it looks like only a few handful to say Alan and Ken and I started campaigning, especially Ken campaigning to say for president, not necessarily for flag bearer. But okay, Baumia for now, they really don't have any message. Their message is okay, Baumia away, why digitalization. And I can be to say obey Juma, and that's about 6 o'clock. Maybe Juma me clock it in. I don't see why a Ghana public servant obey Juma on clock it in this day and age. Of course, Whitehall, London, maybe a civil servants no one. Juma clock it in. Clock it out. Number one, it's not just a means of checking how they are coming in and getting out. It's also a security measure. Whilst if there is a fire, they will get everybody out and use that in and out printout sheet to check say OBAP. It's what kind of digitalization we can extend it there. The Ken camp can extend it there. That's it over a month period. Who chief director in our ministry?
Tim Ken. Ken Mutamu Naso, Pepamucho, Makasa 6 minutes, no said the moderator the mamon.
All right, thank you.
Moderator,
me mamo dika yon penny.
Pepamucho, Majema moderator, the moderator.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Well, as we already know, there be a program na 1 hour. Mr. Keja just entered. Mr. Keja me patrol me say if you were following behind doors, what did you call swinging?
Say I don't need minim dear conti, mentimi and tear dear, but minim dear co.
Okay, and Mr. Keja, who was just 2 minutes. Far wrap you up. Now you would dear copy where they are sorry, so we'll late.
Aye, Mr. Ramos say a man will be a drone. I feel na yet to so your group no. Yet to near my back home because next week in Kwan on a druso. Into the weekend dinner, I feel you share your agents near the identity and mammy and me sorry. I didn't the Nina say, dear, him say, any penum dear, utie fam a ye wie na nyame boa na se bia beduru na otwe mienu se na na se saa no ebia nipa ebeka so no kakra bi ni nyina ne se epega na yie tembia no me de aseda na mde ma ona mo a mama sa program we abaso no se de bebia aton krodu apraku akoduru no ano de wasopa ontie yoni asopa so obesi ate no bia no onfa na yenim se nyame boa na se woka no ho ne nyame boa ne NPP fo yi ni se woni animu ne opposition kasi a wo Ghana ye NPP opposition fo ndoso de but NDC ne no mo enya ntokwa sisi yayi ye no mo kwa menim se odi animunyam bebe fie san se ye campaign nyina no bie nya ne ho asem bia nkan na o still na no hyebo e ma diaspora nse nyame boa na oba bedi Ghana so a first election ye beto no diasporans obia beto ehun hia sa fi na sebi ebia akope busia e de akotwa ticket e de aba Ghana ene to so bi onsuso no se adwuma mpokura no a be bia watena no Ghana betimi aboa because Ghana enyuma bebre niema bebre wo hono mu a esim no fo so no ma ya amaye tisi abenya nkrofo a wo mo wo kru bia so wa ha sei na wo mo te kasa enim ya mamre enim bibia adenti ene integrity wo mo na sebi wo mo nyina Ghana ne embassy wo hodie na nani nyina na embassy no betumi aye nti se mi mo no me wo diaspora ha sei dia menene kasa diaspora question na mbusa no ndi se mbusa diaspora question no a no so yi ma no a chirechiri mu ena ye kasa ye se adwuma na ma ye sei na wonso wo kesi bebre
Mr. Preku team no utamaso o ma 3 minutes it 3 minutes no adu
yo me dase
thank you very much panelist Yadamwasi Bibri say mobile na we the production team be apologize kakra. We had a little bit of technical problems kakra na program but sena die no ye we are afeni eba beto so our second one say it as it is. Mr. Kojo, I think it's your first time to know how it is about the second program. I will lay the rules later. No, producer be and did live debate. We are now on the second program.